How should a follower of Christ respond if the culture in which he lives turns against him because of his faith in Christ? Get your coffee. Jesus called, appointed, empowered, and sent his first followers out as laborers into the harvest, saying, "Behold, I send you out as lambs among wolves." He told his apostles, a word that means messengers or those sent with a message, that they should remain with those that received them, but that they should also expect rejection. His final word to those he sent before he dispatched them was, "He who hears you hears me. He who rejects you rejects me. And he who rejects me rejects him who sent me." The earliest followers of Christ, ordained to his work, were well aware of the fact that they might not be well received. If they had any questions about whether or not they might be rejected and ill-treated, those questions were laid to rest as soon as they witnessed their master's execution. Mere hours before his execution, Jesus taught his apostles, "If the world hates you, remember that it hated me first." His words could not be more explicit. You will be hated by all men for my name's sake. It's recorded in Matthew 10, Mark 13, and Luke 21. And in John chapter 15, Jesus said to his disciples, "If you were of the world would love its own. Yet because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you." This is a difficult one for us because, like it or not, we want to be liked. For a very long time, it was relatively easy, comfortable, and safe to be a follower of Jesus in American culture. But cultural currents are changing, they always do. And though there are those that will shake their heads derisively and wonder at the growing concerns expressed by Christians saying, "You're still a majority and you have religious liberty, you have nothing to worry about." The fact is, there will likely come a time where Christians will once again be hated for his namesake, even in American culture. The views of Christians, if they align with the scriptures, are increasingly at odds with the desires and whims of the Western world. You do not need to be a prophet to see the handwriting on the wall. "Behold, I send you out as lambs in the midst of wolves. Do not be surprised, my brothers and sisters, if the world hates you." Jesus taught, "Blessed are you when men hate you, and when they exclude you, and revile you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. Rejoice in that day and leap for joy, for indeed your reward is great in heaven. For in like manner their fathers did to the prophets also." What should our response be to these things? Well, in the very passage in which Jesus sent his followers out as lambs in the midst of wolves, Luke chapter 10, he spoke of a hated man, a Samaritan, that fulfilled the command of God to love his neighbor by showing mercy to the very one that would have reviled, excluded, and hated him. And Jesus' command? Go and do likewise. Something to think about. We'll see you next time.